Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising. Uh, Waking myself up on this Monday. So, where, where to start? There's so much I want to say. You have a lot of these fake woke people. I don't even like using the term woke. I don't even like using the word conscious, whatever. See, I really want to go after the ones that be acting. I really want to go after the actors that be doing this shit. I really do. Because you got these people out here acting that they are conscious or woke, and I hate to use those terms. Like I really hate using that term, those two terms. I'm gonna say it like this. They want to feel like they are aware. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So here's the thing. All these fake people that's doing it, agents, y'all. They are your agent Smiths that you saw on the Matrix. They have been implanted to get in the way of you rising to higher vibrations. They're just like the self-initiates. So their goal is to stop you from rising, to elevate to the highest level of your potential in your own awareness. That is their job, is to stop those that have been called and that will soon become what you call the chosen, the ones that heard the call that's being active towards the call. And they're trying their best to keep those that are going through this call and finding out who they really are. And then what they do, they have the charisma, they have all the above. They are very charismatic in their own right. And their job is to seek those that had heard the call and to lure them in. And when they lure you in, they drain your energy, they drain you, they drain your psyche, they drain everything and have you thinking that they are the ones that have been called while you have not. This is the thing that is going on in the so-called conscious community, in the so-called YouTube conscious community, all the above. They are your real energy vampires. They are the ones that are here to literally lie to you and let it seem like they have similar paths, or make it seem like they just real positive and make it seem like they in the same league as you, when in actuality they're not. They have been put there as a distraction for you. That is the biggest test that we have to face, are these beings. These beings mean us no good. These beings will make fun of the sun gazing. They will make fun of um they'll make fun of downloads. They'll do all that, but they'll do it in a way like they're really in the same category as you, or you're going through these downloads, going through this awakening stage. They do that. And they are called the woke actors. Some of them be so kind of be so woke that they'll try to sound very articulate when they are giving the speeches of the spiritual realm, But when they do it, excuse me, when they do it, they cannot give the sheer breakdown of the spirit realm, how it works. They'll go through and say certain things that they know, but they can't really expound on it. But by them having that charisma, you're captivated by it, and then you get caught in the matrix all over again. So we have to realize who is who and what is what and what the hell is going on. This is the issue that we are facing out here. Because they're the same ones that saying that they're self-initiated, they're self-initiated and all that. Okay, your spirit can be initiated in that particular school, but you got your physical have to catch up with the spirit. So it has to be a balance between the two, if that make any sense. Because if you get caught in a rut and you need healing, there are protocols that need to go by in order for that to work and for them to do the work. We can do the self-initiation all day. We can go through the healing process ourselves, but once we haven't gone through that rites of passage, we don't know the proper protocols to help anybody else out on their healing, if you catch my drift. So you got to go through these stages of the rites of passage. And see, I'm talking because I know from experience. I went through that. I seen people do that stuff. And I'm like, one thing I never did was make it seem like I am this almighty divine healer that have not been initiated into these higher schools yet. But I'm in the process as we now speak. What I'm here to say is that we have to be careful on this journey. This journey is very, very serious when you're on this path, because this path can really get rid of you and stop you in your tracks if you don't do nothing right. If not, it can take you out, because of the simple fact is we have too many distractions on this path that can easily distract us and knock us off the path where we're in limbo. And that is what the fake woke or the fake conscious actors are. In order to be all of that, a shaman, a priest, priestess, all the above, you do have to go to these passages in order for you to really say that you're conscious and aware without acting and show the sincerity. Those that walk this path can tell by the way that you talk, the way that you conduct yourself. The ones that really have heard the call and that's going by the call. Shout out to Brother Noof. Shout out to all the brothers, Jolly Bay, King Bay, all the brothers that's in the circle that we have. Shout out to all the mothers that we have. Shout out to anybody that's watching today. You probably have been going through this and you needed clarity. You have to beware of those individuals that are out here putting all this crazy nonsense in these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the ones that's doing the work, that's went through the initiations, that know what the heck they're talking about. I don't need to speak on their names like that, because I watch them all the time and I give nothing but praise because they went through that. They went through the mid passage of the rites of passage. They went through that. They've been initiated. They did all of that. So I come here today to pretty much let it be known that we have to be careful of these dangerous people out here. The self-initiate and the woke actors that have the charismatic persona and acting this at the same time. One thing I can tell anybody, when you get any spiritual download, it is different to everybody have their own different feels towards it. They all have their different feels, how they get it, da 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 da. But you cannot make it seem like you're the only one that get it. That is also, I don't even like saying this word. That is also a form of the way of narcissistic behavior, wanting to be the one, wanting everybody to think that you're the number one person and that you're a Neo. This is not how it works, y'all. Like, this is, in order to be one that heard the call, you have to realize you are not just a servant of the Almighty Divine, but you also serve humanity. You serve humanity and help out humanity. Many of us had different lifetimes on this plane. A lot of us were masters in the occult. A lot of us was, we went to different star systems and incarnated there. Some of us probably been to Sirius, Betelgeuse or Betelgeuse, whatever you want, Betelgeuse, Andromeda, the Pleiades, Orion, just to name a few star system or constellations that we probably incarnated from and that we were at. So we have to realize that a lot of us came back down. All right, what's going on? How you doing, brother? Peace and love. So a lot of us come from these different star systems, just to name a few. We got to be careful with this whole thing, because if they really are so-called woke, they would be naming a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of information pertaining to the star systems that some of them that I mentioned. They will mention like the past lives, incarnation, all of that. Those that really are on this journey to help out humanity, they speak on that, and you can feel every ounce of the vibration of the tone of their voice. You cannot act on this. You can't be an actor. You can't be, oh, I'm out here sun gazing. Oh, you can't do that. That's you're making fun of the people that really live this lifestyle. You can't do that. It's all about respect. But by having that charisma, that's how they lure you in, the so-called woke and conscious actors. Like I said, they are your Agent Smiths. They're also connected to the self-initiated ones. We got to be careful, because the brothers that yours truly talk to in the circle, we see that. And we identify that real quick, because it's not a joke when it comes down to this. There's information out there that will tell you when you play with these spirits, you got some of these spirits. If you be exactly, bro. If you play with these spirits out here, you know what I mean? Like these ancient cosmic spirits out here that's older than you. When you play with their spirits out here, those cosmic spirits, and you disrespect them, they will take you out. Some of them will take you out, but they will not stop until they kill you. Because that's a sign of disrespect if you don't know what the hell you're doing with these protocols. That's why our brotherhood that we have, we already see that. And our job is to put it out there, letting everybody know, like, hey, we are not initiated in anything. We just showing respect. We just letting y'all know these are our signs. But all of us are going through that rites of passage, though. Don't get it twisted. We all are. So we're looking at the protocols and making sure that we're doing everything right, because we've been guided by people that we came across on our path. You can't go head on and do the fake sun gazing bit, and then you're saying, I'm getting downloads. I feel like something's coming out and speaking through me. You can't do that stuff. This is not a joke. Those that live multiple lifetimes, different past lives, know that this is real, because they came back down here and they heard the call. And everybody want to know what the call is. First thing that happens is that high-pitched ringing in your ear, on both ears. I will give you that as an example. And I'm not going to say anything else, because I know for a fact that every time I speak, an agent is watching, and they make a video of yours truly and others. Exactly. Like the brother Noof said, see, let me show y'all what the brother's saying. This is what is going on. Those that heard the call, they're going through this. What he just now have up on here. They're going through that. They don't need somebody to be so-called charismatic. Anybody that's in these YouTube streets straight faking the funk. They don't need to say, "Oh, I'm going through this. I'm going through changes. I'm transforming." But see, he's seen his upgrade because you know why? He heard the call. He's being obedient. I haven't seen the pic yet, bro. I'm gonna check it out when I get off of here. So you know, it's a lot with these. Oh my gosh, with these fake woke actors. Like I said, I hate saying that word. And they keep on having this charismatic behavior, like they lure you in. They are the real energy vampires. They are your Agent Smiths out there, period. And they play with this path because they don't know what they're doing, because they're thinking that they're getting followers. They want to feel important, but they the Agent Smiths that's been implanted in your life so they can stop you that go on your path so you won't reach to the final destination of your path or destinations of your path, if that make any sense, because these people don't mean us no good. And they know who they are. They hide. And they are also what you call, when they being exposed, they are YouTube gangsters. When you're being exposed, they know they'll start coming at you. See, this is not no diss. I'm just speaking from the mind I'm speaking from the first heart, and that is the mind. Because as being a Moor, they ask you, how did you see Allah? Or when did you first meet Allah? And it says your heart. That's your mind. It's not your heart. Oh, I see. I mean, I could tell that was your awakening process. Bro. But that's what they do. We really have to realize how we're being watched. Like right now, I'm being watched talking about this, and somebody might be taking this like I'm dissing somebody. No, this is not a diss towards nobody. This is something that we witnessed. You even had people in what the brother Noof said, the conscience community. They're not really there to help you wake up. They're giving you nursery information. You know, the nursery that have babies, they giving you that kind of information. When in actuality, they already know what's going on. They just don't want to tell you. And I ain't talking about everybody in that conscience. I'm not talking about everybody. You still have someone's out there that's speaking that real fact out there, or facts. See, we got to realize where we are at right now, y'all. We are at a pinnacle of really raising our consciousness up to a higher vibration, and they know that. Exactly. I'm gonna post this up. And a lot of people don't know too much about CERN. You don't rarely hear people talk about CERN like that. I don't know what else to say. It's like we're at a road where so much distractions because they know what's going on. All these shootings, right? All these shootings all of a sudden happening. And you ask yourself, is that really happening, or is that like being Christ actors happening again? Crisis actors happening again. So we got to realize where we're at, because what they're not telling you is what's going on in the de facto government today. And what they're not saying is how the Bilderberg people met in DC, and they never go to DC. They always overseas, y'all. Something is upon us. Great changes, but before all that happened, Mother Nature got to do some cleansing. People keep on saying, "Oh, we got to cleansing for the shift." God damn, the shift is already here. What the fuck is no? Look, the shift is already here. How you gonna cleanse for the shift and this? And if you haven't heard the goddamn going call and you ain't doing what the fuck you got to do, how the fuck you gonna go ahead and cleanse yourself for the daggone shift? You can't do that. The shift already came. I mean, there's more gateways that's going to open up, or more portals that's going to open up. Yeah. Like, come on, let's be realistic about this. You know what I'm saying? We got to wake up and realize what the hell is going on, man, because that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, stay away from these goddamn going woke actors on YouTube, and they're not giving you true information, science, talking about these goddamn self-initiates and talking about all these other agents. They're not talking about CERN. And if you want to know what CERN is all about, I will give you a brief summary. It's an organization that is opening up portals, and they're using black matter to open up portals. And what they don't tell you is that they're trying to open up a portal to bring forth something through it. And they're trying to also find the God gene, the God gene. I'm just giving you a little summary. That's what I'm giving you. And another thing they don't talk about that I'm going to mention is that they found something that have been chained in the spiritual realm, and they're trying to free it. It's in another dimension and trying to free it because it's been chained. And it's been chained for a reason. See, there's so many things that they're trying to do, but nobody don't want to talk about it in that science community. They don't want to talk about it. A lot of people don't talk about it in the YouTube streets like that. A lot of people don't. So my thing is, what's about to go down? Those that heard the call, they have to go through the rites of passage because of what's about to take place next. Mark my words. Y'all think that the daggone weather patterns are getting screwed up and tornadoes landing in places that they never landed before, earthquakes and everything, and volcanic eruptions. We said that on the other channel that we all were on. And it's happening. That's 2 years ago. There's more things that's about to take place that we haven't even really and haven't even talked about yet. Because it's coming. That's why brothers had to do what they had to do to go on their channels and start talking about this. But them same brothers still keep in contact with each other. Because in all actuality, the masses is not ready for a lot of stuff that we have to say. And we can't say a lot of this stuff on this platform. But keep in mind, y'all, that these actors are implanted to stop you from going through the full awakening within yourself to meet your spiritual teachers or the person that's going to guide you to the rites of passage. They came in your way for a reason, because you don't know how powerful you really are. Those that are going through these awakenings, that are seeing things that others don't see. This is real life. Those that have been called, you can do a lot of healing and a lot of works, but you need that guidance along the way to put you on that path. The universe or the great mother always bring great teachers and guides on your path when you look towards the way of that path that you're looking towards to go on, if that make any sense. Because right now she's gathering all her children on what's about to happen next. I'm letting y'all know she's gathering all her children right now, because this consciousness is very serious, man. This path is very serious. This is not Legos. This is not Play-Doh. This is something that you just can't take as a joke and just put it up. Because when you play with Legos, you have to break them all down and put them back up. Same thing with Play-Doh. You make your little whatever you make with the Play-Doh, and then you got to put it back into the daggone the seal or the case. It's not like that with this. Now you see what the brother Noof said. He said you need to stay away from drinking regular water and drink coconut water. Yours truly drank coconut and alkaline water. So we really got to start doing what we got to do. Like I said, those that's on the path and they're coming across their teachers, their guides, and everything, they're posting up information like the brother Noof is doing, because they know how important the protocols are. Because when you're going through these protocols, you'll know how to talk and commune with the ancestral spirits. You'll know what to do, how to do it, how to pretty much go in and out this whole matrix, if it makes any sense. Because right now, I can tell you that the actors are doing double time. And the reason why they're doing double time, because they don't know what they're talking about. They talk like they know, but they don't know. They talk a good game, but they are not fully in. They're not even in the game as a player, but as an actor or actors, if that make any sense. You know, you can't play with this. This is not no joke. I keep telling everybody, this is not a joke, man. Because all these ancestral spirits in the beginning were all feminine energies or goddesses, or you see this is where we get the whole thing with gods and goddesses, the whole terminology. That's all dealing with angelic hosts. And your Judaic Christianity and all that, it means angelic host. Because there's only one creator, but all of these different angelic hosts are aspects, children of the almighty power that created everything, the all, the great I am in the Judaic Christian world. Muslims or Moors call that power Allah, whose real name is Alet. You know, people that study the Hebrew tradition, they say Yahweh or Yahweh. But like I said, any name ending with AH is feminine. So we got a lot of work to do. We don't know everything, but the information that we all have, we're bringing it out there to those that need to know. The next time I get on here, I'm gonna start using some book references so everybody can find out this information. But a lot of the words that we use is all feminine. But I guarantee you, those woke actors don't talk about that. A lot of woke actors are still waiting for the Sky Daddy to come save them. And they don't acknowledge that Sky Daddy is being a mother or being feminine. And if you really want to be technical, if you want to look at it from a Christian or a Judaic mindset, that's blasphemous. Let's just put it like that. So my thing is, we have a lot of work to do, and these goddamn actors, they're at their last limb, so they're going to go all out. That's what they're going to do. Okay? And those same actors don't practice and don't talk about what we talk about. They're all about the money, how much they can get out of you, drain you from your energy. All right? So I'm done talking. Keep your eyes and ears open on these crazy people out here claiming to be so-called woke and conscious and don't even talk about nothing spiritual. They don't talk about the spirits, the great spirit or the great mother and the angelic host. They don't talk about none of that. They can't elaborate on it. If you ask them one question about any of them or anything spiritual, they won't be able to give you the answer. If you ask them about the ringing in the ear, they might say, that's a frequency. Okay, what kind of frequency? The right ear is keeping you in line. You hear that? The left ear is letting you know you got to get back on track. But guess what? That's going to be recorded and somebody else going to start saying the same thing. So just letting you know, you're going to meet people on this path if you really heard the call and you're doing what you got to do. You're going to start meeting people from all walks of life that's on the same journey. Don't matter what race, color, and creed, they're going to be on the same journey. That's why in another segment is important. Another segment that we want to go into one day is the bloodline, where I'm going to name some of the so-called races or ethnic groups that have the melanin DNA that is on the same journey. It's just that some of them are more fair-skinned than you, and some of them are a little bit more fairly different looking. Okay, it's a whole lot of stuff that that a lot of people not talking about. But I'm out of here. You know, stay open with your third eye. Keep it open at all times. Listen to the vibrations of the people's voices and pay attention to how the way they act when they're talking and performing on these YouTube streets, aka the stage. Because that's what it is. It's one big ass stage when it comes down to them. One big ass stage. And they're playing with people's spirits when they do that. Them fake woke and conscious motherfuckers. Be careful the ones that self-initiated, that's supposed to be self-proclaimed shamans too, and they didn't go to the rites of passage. Be careful with them. They got to have credentials. And also heal yourself, learn thyself, and don't let nobody take your soul. Don't let nobody take your spirit. Because if you're new to this, just know that you need to protect yourself. And I'm out of here, y'all. I want to say peace, love, light, darkness. Brothers out of here. Stay tuned and stay informed. Stay aware, because it's not safe out here.